process begins when the user enters a topic for the report. Based on the topic, the system determines the report's intent, for example, wiki, compliance, trading, or news. In the semantic kernel, we create a new type of agent, called the user agent, by using an in-memory message bus, channels, that give possibility use user agent in agent group chat in bot framework application, console, or web API, etc. We launch a custom group chat with built-in retry calls, so if an agent fails or hits a rate limit, it automatically retries. The chat history is streamlined to reduce token usage for each turn. A group chat is started that includes both the user agent and the report planner agent. User agent enables feedback about work of agent in case report plan should be rewritten or something updated. The report planner agent employs a custom function, the report planner plugin, to generate a set of search queries, determine the appropriate search domain by evaluating the selected intent. It also defines a domain search ratio, that is, deciding how many queries to run across the whole internet versus the chosen domain. Retrieve information from the selected domains to build an initial report plan. Use tailored prompts and a specific response format to generate report sections. Each section includes a title, name, a description, a section type, an indicator of whether further research is required. Present the report plan to the user. If the user approves the plan, an agent group user in the loop termination strategy registers this approval, concludes the initial group chat, and logs any corrections needed for the plan. For every section that requires additional research, the workflow continues with a section generator group chat involving the researcher agent and writer agent. The researcher agent employs the search plugin to identify and retrieve the 4 most relevant URLs related to the section's topic. The writer agent downloads content from the selected URLs, stores them in files within the agent's vector store, and utilizes the file search tool to extract relevant information. This information is then incorporated into the section content. Finalizing the report. Once all sections have been developed, a sequential selection and finalizer termination strategy take over. The section formatter agent employs the report formatter plugin to format every section that underwent research. The final section research agent then processes sections that didn't require research, such as the introduction and conclusion, by generating content based on the other sections. Next, the report compiler agent compiles the full report using the report compiler plugin, outputting it in Markdown format. The report PDF agent converts this Markdown into HTML with proper CSS styling and finally creates a PDF file. Since the entire workflow might take anywhere from 1 to 3 minutes, the report SMS agent, using the Twilio API, sends an SMS notification to the user once the report is ready. The compliance workflow has key differences. In this step, reports related to compliance or company investigations are categorized as compliance type or report. In this step, the system uses predefined websites and domains commonly used by compliance officers, such as company registers or sanctioned sites. In this step, tailored prompts generate additional sections specific to compliance, like KYC structures or company investigation details, ensuring reports meet industry standards and provide actionable insights. The trading workflow has key differences. In this step, if the report relates to trading or forecasting, whether it's about cryptocurrency or indexes like the S&P 500, before starting the main workflow, we initiate a forecast group chat. In the forecast group chat, 2 agents participate, the forecast manager agent and the forecast worker agent. The manager provides commands to the worker, who employs a variety of tool plugins to complete the tasks. After each turn, the agent phrase termination strategy is invoked, and once the forecast manager confirms that all work is complete, the workflow returns to the main process. Initially, the worker calls the cryptocurrency data plugin, which uses the CoinDesk API, or the index data plugin with the Yahoo Finance API to retrieve recent historical time series data in CSV format. This data is then uploaded using the agent client for subsequent operations, depending on whether the focus is on forecasting cryptocurrency or a financial index. Next, the worker leverages the code interpreter plugin for ETL, extract, transform, load. This plugin spawns an additional code interpreter agent using the code interpreter tool. The agent downloads the CSV containing historical data and transforms it into a structured format consisting of time series and corresponding values. The forecast plugin then downloads the transformed CSV file with time series data and applies the Time Gen 1 model from the AI Foundry model catalog. This model forecasts future values based on the provided time series. Once the forecasting is complete, the data is stored in an agent session object that includes both the sample to 10 items for spending less tokens for future call, historical data and the forecasted values. The worker subsequently uses the image upload plugin to create charts for the sample data and uploads them to the agent session. Finally, the worker notifies the manager that the work is finished, the forecast manager verifies the completion, and the agent phrase termination strategy finalizes the forecast group chat. Returning to the main workflow. In Report Planner Group Chat, before generating queries, the section using sampled historical and forecasted data provides a description of curves and trends. of the domain selection phase, the system uses predefined websites and domains, such as Blogmer, Yahoo Finance, and other financial sources that focus on investment and trader news. Of the section generation phase, 2 predefined sections incorporate both historical and forecasted data generated by the TimeGen1 model. Descriptions of trends and curves further assist in generating queries and constructing subsequent sections. If the historical data and forecasted data sections are present, they are written separately based on the data retrieved from the forecast group chat. Images and sample data are then added in an HTML table format before the workflow continues. For this workflow, I was inspired by my uncle Andrew, who told me when I was a child that everyone is lying, and if you want to know the truth, always compare multiple sources of information. Don't rely on just one wiki or source, always read the English version along with others, and analyze what is common among all sources, that is the truth, while differences often represent propaganda. In the report group chat, based on the report's topic, we strive to identify competing news sources that may present alternative perspectives. For example, Ukraine View, Russian View, Europe View, or even include outlets like the Yellow Press. During the domain selection phase, we assign unique websites to each section. For instance, the Ukrainian View section exclusively uses Ukrainian press, the Russian View relies solely on Russian sources, and similar rules apply for European news or other specialized views like healthcare or technical channels. Instead of using a simple final research agent, the section formatter agent invokes the news final section research agent. This agent gathers all research sections to build a truth section by extracting common information. Next, it constructs an analysis section and uses both to rewrite the other sections, removing redundant content and retaining only what differs from the truth section. This approach makes the final report easier for readers to analyze.